Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. It's a great pleasure to be here among you and to celebrate 10th anniversary of Russia Today on air. When this idea came about, I didn't expect, frankly speaking, I didn't expect that this idea would be realized in such a way, in such a bright and large-scale way, that put together such a great team of talented people. And when I was watching parts of your work and the way you do it, you know what I thought? Our greatest advantage is that we allowed you to show yourselves. We're not making you do anything. You are free in your work. We gave you the opportunity to have fun, to enjoy your work. And we can see the result of it. And the result is awesome, great. I want to say happy anniversary. This is a great day, 10 years. You have managed to achieve a lot of things. You know all of that. But I want to repeat myself. 6 information channels have been created, including one documentary channel, and also a global video agency. And today, Russia Today is a great TV channel. It's a #1 news channel on YouTube. The overall number of views is over 3 billion. Margarita showed it almost like 4 point something. This is also an absolute record. And all of that is really a great achievement, a breakthrough into the information world. Promotion of new content. There is also a great advance in creativity. Remember, like we saw the seamen rip the shirts, and that's how the correspondence really work. That's really impressive. But don't rip anything else on yourselves. Let it be the last thing you rip on yourselves. This is really important. You managed to create an international team of real TV stars. And that's the reason of success. Famous journalists enjoy working with you, and beginners enjoy working with you from all over the world. You compete with other international news giants, and in many ways, you have already exceeded them. In many regions of the world, you have a higher rating than traditional news agencies that have been on the market for a long time. Russia Today is available to 700 million viewers all over the world. We don't know exactly how many of them are watching it, but it's available to 700 million. This is a huge audience, but it can grow. It can grow, that's for sure. But this is already a great achievement. And today the situation in the world politics is complicated, difficult. It's very important that our voice and your voice, our position and your position, is heard not only by the politicians, but also by simple citizens of other countries. And of course, you need to be professional in order to achieve that. And daily, you confirm your professionalism. You don't have any closed topics. This is also very important. On almost any major event in the world, you offer various perspectives. You don't load viewers with your personal propaganda cliches. You are free and independent in the way you offer information. And I would also like to say that we in Russia, I mean the government, we are not holy and we do mistakes. And maybe some things could have been fixed, maybe some things have been wrong. So, objectively speaking, objective perspective on our country is also very important. And I believe this is the way it's going to continue. This is the way it is supposed to be for mass media. It needs to be objective, it needs to be interesting. And what I would like to say, something really unexpected. When I was watching this material, when I was listening to your comments, politicians from other countries, you know what I caught myself thinking about? I agree with them on many issues. Why? Because civil society, people like you, creative, free, maybe sometimes even a little bit loose, you have your own view of the world. Maybe it's not worse than ours, maybe it's even better than ours. But we, the people who bear the responsibility for making decisions and further consequences of these decisions, people who bear the responsibility, they also have their own idea, perspective, and they have the right to have their own perspective. And your task is not to serve the interests of Russian authority, but to offer various points of view so that usual people, normal people, your audience could have a general 3D, three-dimensional understanding of whether the authorities do the right thing, whether they act in the best interests of the people, or maybe in the interests of some groups that got control of authority. This mission is very important. Many mass media outlets get government support, financial support. But that's not what's really important. Speaking about Russia Today, we are not managing Russia Today. I spoke about that many times. We do not interfere in your day-to-day work. You have your own editorial policy, and we respect this approach. Moreover, if somebody is trying to control, if somebody would try to control you, you would not be so creative. And we want you to be creative. And it would be strange if you ignored the position of the Russian authorities, or you would join a group of people from other countries for whom informational war, in this case with our country, has become a major trend. Getting involved into this exchange of blows, this is not really productive. You should not get into this fight. You simply express your position. This is the strength of free press. And of course, you translate our point of view on all issues, on international issues, but we are not hiding our position. This is the point. And I believe this is the main thing that we can do to support your work, because our policies, except for a few things, maybe some specific things, it's absolutely open. We have nothing to hide. It's honest. We don't have any stone hidden under our shirts. And this is exactly the strength of our policy. And this is the strength of your work, because we have nothing to hide from each other. Your channel provides opportunities to people to get access to truthful information. It also gives the opportunity for politicians of other countries to express their opinions about the current events. We are always open to any open discussions. There are lots of examples of that. Recently, we've seen a lot of double standards dividing people, countries. That into groups of our countries and wrong countries. And so these things are coming out, and it's quite obvious and quite evident. Humanitarian crisis in the eastern Ukraine, um, and international human rights activists on many facts. Unfortunately, I have to mention that on many outstanding, outrageous facts, they don't give any information out, and you provide this information. Your channel has made a great contribution about the reality of events in Ukraine as a whole and in the eastern part of Ukraine. You also openly speak about the events in Syria. We've seen a lot of that, and you do a lot of different things to fight terrorism. We know that the weapon of terrorism is, maybe most importantly, is the information, internet. They find new fighters among the young people. They spread the cancer of terrorism among people. The responsibility of mass media is increased in such a situation to a great extent, and you understand that, and you help consolidate various groups of people in fight against terrorist groups. And as I mentioned already, your channel also speaks a lot about Russia, about Russian regions, about people living here, about their work, about their social initiatives, about our rich nature, about our culture, about our traditions, about our values, about our history, about our achievements, about real problems. And we have a lot of real problems, and about the way we solve these problems. You are responsible about these things, and you are creative speaking about these topics. And I want to thank you all for that. And I wish you great success. And I promise that we will not interfere and we will not stand in your way.